apologize to the officer I killed, the family, the judge, the society, everybody in this country. Whenever y'all give me a death penalty, man, whatever y'all do to me, I know you have to prove a point to everybody else that this is not the way to do things, to prove things. But I just want to let everybody know that I tried to do everything I could before I said that.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. I think other people will appreciate it. Even though I know you feel like there may have been some kind of justification or something that made it maybe not okay, but maybe felt somewhat justified.
No, sir. There was no justice in what I did. There was no thinking in what I did.
So do you believe it was wrong?
So, I don't know what I ain't really gonna do.
You would?
I feel like I don't need it, but I know that's what y'all gonna do to me. Like, I already had that in my mind because of our hands to the crime. When I think about that situation, there's no stopping me from just going up on but my emotions got overran and I took it out on the first place last week. And so, man, I want to cry and apologize to this person and their family, but something in my heart just won't let me, man. I don't care about nothing, man, because I don't have nothing to live for. The only thing I want to do is hurt somebody because I know my life ain't nothing, sir.
Do you still feel that way?
Absolutely.
So you still want to hurt people?
No, sir. The fact that I did that makes my life over, and I understand that. And the fact that I did it makes me regret it, sir. I regret this, sir.
Well, your life's going to be different.
One thing I can pray for, but y'all don't give me a good time.
But at the same time, you're saying that you don't want to die.
No. I want to hurt you.
For what it's worth, I appreciate your honesty. I think it will give it will answer some questions to this family.
Some people live. I think what I really did. I'm sorry that he was a victim because I was not thinking, man. I cannot. The fact that I'm crying makes me mad because I know I'm crying and I don't. The thinking in me is like, man, you screwed, you fucked up, man. And you took somebody away from that family. Change.
Let me go get a paper and I'll come back. I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. And we'll be about done. Do you have any questions for me? I don't know if you'll answer for you. I do appreciate that.
Yes, I do. I just want to ask the judge for mercy and best case scenario, even though it might not be fit or designed.
I think you'll have an opportunity to do that. I feel very confident.
The want to apologize to the police station and to all you guys. All y'all did was protect me. And for a brief moment, I didn't understand that that's what y'all meant for. I felt like in one moment, okay, I have to lash out at somebody because I didn't try everything. And then when I looked at the situation, I see that I obviously didn't think hard enough. So I hope you tell the judgment. I want you to tell the judgment family that I understand me, I'm not a heartless person. And I made a mistake because I was hurt. Honestly, so honestly.
I appreciate your honesty, okay? I'm gonna go get something. I'll be right back. Can I bring you anything?
I'm good.
Be right back. You feel cold?
Yeah.
We're just about done. Let me ask you something real quick. And you've been super duper honest with me. What, after everything is all said and done, what did you do with the gun? You know, the weapon is what really sometimes is a hang up for people. But if you really expect people to believe you when you say you feel bad, you can't hold back.
So you trying to find the weapon?
I'm asking you what happened to it, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know what you did with it.
That's going to help my chances to the point of what,
What's it going to do? It's going to show that you were remorseful, that you want to make sure if that gun doesn't get in anybody else's hands that shouldn't have it. It's just going to show that you did everything that you could to correct the wrong.
Alright, so the only reason why I say it because I ain't doing it in the trash.
The trash? Where?
On the north side, by the trash can, like
Like a dumpster?
yeah, I heard a level on the north side, and I just threw it in a random trash. I knew that the city was gonna pick it up randomly.
We begin with breaking news right now. Otis McKane has been found guilty of capital murder, the killing of SAPD officer Benjamin Marconi.
During the state's closing, the court was shown a photo of McCain's gun-wielding hand right next to Marconi's head. McKane elected not to testify. In an interview with Detective Mark Duke, McKane admitted to pulling the trigger, saying he was frustrated with not being able to see his son.
Jury spent less than an hour deliberating. We're going to have more on this at 10, but want to remind you this came after more than 50 witnesses and 10 days of emotional testimony since the start of the trial and 2 weeks of the prosecution presenting its case. A lot of emotional moments today. Zach Briggs brought us the highlights of that, all the action today at 4 and 5. And again, Otis McKane has been found guilty of capital murder for the killing of SAPD officer Benjamin Marconi.
And in Texas, of course, a reminder, in order to be handed down a death sentence, the decision by the jury has to be unanimous. Exactly. So a lot on the jury's, a lot for them to weigh today, and certainly they took about an hour to come to the decision and finding Otis McKane guilty. We're going to have a full wrap up of this tonight at 10, and of course you can find the latest at KENS5.com.
I need to inform you that under Texas law, the judgment of conviction and the sentence of death is mandated by the verdict of the jury, which is subject to automatic appeal.
Otis McKane sentenced to death for killing SAPD Detective Benjamin Marconi.
That decision handed down by the jury just an hour ago. The capital murder trial lasting a grueling 18 days. The night team's Erica Hernandez has been following this trial every day. She joins us live outside the courthouse. Erica, what was the emotion like inside that courtroom?
You know, Patty, it was like a big sigh of relief that can be heard from the Marconi family as that verdict was read. It took the jury about 8 hours of deliberation. The jury sentenced Otis McKane to the death penalty for the murder of Detective Benjamin Marconi. As the verdict came down, there was really no emotion from McKane. This is very different from what we saw last week when he was found guilty of murdering Detective Marconi. The jury voting unanimously yes on the first special issue, which is, does McKane still pose a threat to society? Then the jury all voted no on the second special issue. Are there any mitigating circumstances to not give him the death penalty? After court was adjourned, we were able to speak with the attorneys on both sides of this case to get their thoughts.
We don't take any pleasure in this verdict. Joe does not seek death lightly, but in this particular case, I think it was more than called for.
While we hoped for a different result, you have to respect the jury's verdict.
The court appointed.
Now, McKane will be allowed to appeal his sentence. No date has been set, though, for his execution. The Marconi family did not give victim impact statements, but only released a statement tonight. They thank the Bexar County District Attorney's Office, Judge Ron Rangel, the jury, SAPD, and all of those who supported them along this difficult journey. They ended their statement by thanking Detective Benjamin Marconi, saying, quote, "Thank you for making our lives better and the lives of everyone you touch. You were eternally missed, and we will never forget you. Rest easy, sweet Ben." Again, this trial took 4 weeks, and you can recap it all if you want to right now on KSAT.com. Live from the Kennedy Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.